Trying to get a little view of these guys hoisting up some, I guess you call them prefab joists. I don't know the correct name for it, but it's like the joists, the cross members of the floor. That's what those are. They prefab them and they ship them over. Let's give you guys a. We're gonna hoist them up and put them on top of the top there, and go from there. As you can see, they got two tag lines on there. They got one on each side to give it more, I guess, for more control. So they got two tag lines. They're gonna kind of place it on the other side over there. A lot of times the crane operators relying on the people to tell him where to drop it and how to drop it, because sometimes he can't see the location where he's dropping it. Sometimes it's hand control, sometimes it's radio control. It all depends on how they do it. Little construction work, you know. I'm going to give you guys a little footage. I don't know if you guys can see how they get that crane up in the air. I might walk over there so you can see the how high they get the crane up off. Because the crane's on the hill, so because it's on the hill, you have to really elevate it like pretty high to get a real good balance. Because it has to be. How you doing, buddy? It has to be level. So good, not too bad. Just watching the lift.
Happy to get that over with.
Yeah, I know. It's not easy. So see right here, they see all those blocks they have, and you have to do that because the crane has to be 100% level. If it's not level, it won't work properly. So you got to do the best you can do to level the crane. If you don't level this crane, then that's where all your problems start right there. So this is the proper way to level a crane. Like, you have to do it like that. Like, it looks weird, but that crane has to be completely level. And some of them come with levels on them to tell you if the truck is actually level or not. And he did a pretty good job leveling that out. Real good job leveling it out. You can tell when you got a high elevation when the front tires are touching the ground. That is a pretty high elevation. He's probably get that truck off the ground at least, 18 inches on one side and almost 20 inches on the other side. between 18 and 20 inches, he gets those wheels off the ground, which is pretty good. And those outriggers are pretty strong. Those outriggers are strong enough to maintain the whole truck. So they're pretty good. So I think he might be done for the day as far as the lifting part, because he got what he wanted to get up there. I think they brought 2 bundles up there, if I'm not mistaken. It's actually a pretty good lift. I don't know if you guys can see this incline. This is a pretty good incline. And he picked the side where he got the least amount, because if he come down here, it'd be even more of an incline, which would be even harder. Not that you can't do it, it'd just be more challenging. But he's got it up there. And I'll take a walk around the side of it in a second, so you guys can see exactly how high it is off the ground. Like, these things are pretty powerful, very, very powerful. Very, very, very powerful. I don't know what their lifting capacity is, but I know it's like almost 100,000 pounds or more. So those things have a pretty good, strong. Huh? No, what I do is I record everything I see. So I have a YouTube channel. Every time I see something amusing, I just record it and put it on my YouTube channel. Yeah.
What's the channel?
I'll give you my name. It's Nezer, N-E-Z-E-R.
N-E-Z-E-R?
Yeah, last name Porter, and you'll find it that way. It's under External Affairs Porter.
Alright, that's cool.
You'll see it. I see anything I see, like I done for you earlier, the guy was working on one of those AutoZone signs. I just recorded the guy fixing the AutoZone sign. So anything I see, like construction, it could be a car accident. I just try to catch a little bit of everything, you know?
Yeah.
I seen him do that lift. I was like, wow, he had like a little bit, he got it, then he straightened it up, then it went up. I was
like, he didn't fall over.
No. Well, he had it strapped on. The worst case scenario, it would shift a little bit, but it wasn't going to fall anywhere.
No, I know.
But I like the fact that they had the 2 taglines, so they could balance it out.
Right.
Yeah, because sometimes you only have one, it's kind of hard to control it.
No, you need to, absolutely.
You definitely need 2 taglines for that side.
Next time they bring a bigger crane, this thing is a pain in the ass over here.
Over here, like, what street am I on? Down here, they got a Shaughnessy train doing the same thing down there. Yeah, they got the whole street blocked off.
Yeah.
But this one should do it though. We
had to move it though. That's the thing. Yeah, we just set up there, then move over here.
Yeah.
If you have one bigger crane, you can reach the whole building. And do
I know what you're talking about. You can do the whole reach.
Yeah, they said this toy.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The one that got the overreach that could do the whole thing. Yeah.
And you have to set up twice. Set this thing up.
Right, it is. I know what? I did that before. I know what you're talking about.
It's not a lot of weight they're moving. The trusses are light. It's just the reach. It doesn't have the reach.
Gotcha. Yeah. Next time they probably call Shaughnessy.
Yeah.
Shaughnessy's
They
a,
wanna spend the money, that's what's
oh, I know, that's
yeah,
true
they save
too.
the money, I know.
Yeah, it happens. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And when it's incline, it's tough though, you know?
I know.
That incline, it hurts you on the
You gotta
incline.
level it out, I know.
If you don't level it out, it's all hell could break
Oh, yeah.
loose.
Oh yeah. Oh, well. Good to be done with this.
I know, buddy. Take
Alright,
care.
man,
Take care. So, no, they got it all. They got it. He said he had it set up twice because they had to do that lift over there. I don't know if you can see it. This lift right here, and then they had to do the lift on the other side. And he is 100% right. If you have a bigger crane with the overreach, you can do both at the same time. You don't have to move spots, and it does make the job a lot easier, and it cuts time. It cuts time in half. Everybody's trying to maneuver through the construction zone. But they got it up there though. That's the most important thing. I figure I'd give you guys a little bit of footage, you know, of them doing the lift. You know, I like stuff like this. Stuff like that's very interesting. You know, you see people do, and you gotta think about how much work is involved doing that too. It's not easy. You gotta know what you're doing, and you gotta be on the same page with the crane operator. The crane operator, you know, he's running the show, but he needs your help at the same time. If you need a crane company, always give them a plug. No, whether they're good or bad, give them a plug. No, like this crane company. No, it's a different style of crane too. He doesn't have the weights on the back, so he can't put the extender on it. Some of them you can put the weights on the back, so he could do a good amount of weight. He could do probably 10,000. He probably could do at least 10 to 20,000 pounds, maybe a little bit more. But you know, and they weren't lifting anything too heavy. It was just the well, those things are pretty heavy anyway, so those are heavy enough. You need a dumpster company, you always can call these guys. Let's give you a little bit of footage of the side over here. And then I'm head up out of here. This is actually the side of the building. This years and years and years and more years. This used to be a church. I don't even know the name of the church now. It's been so long. 70s and 80s. This was a church over here. The church collapsed. Like part of it collapsed. And they hire a construction company to fix it. They never fixed it. So they end up tearing the church down. And for more and more years, this lot been vacant. They dug maybe a 30-foot deep hole and shored up all the walls and everything. And then left it like that for years. And then after a while, they filled it in with dirt and left it for some more years. So now, in the last couple of years, they started doing some work over here, building a complex. So, a lot of history in this building right here.
Victim to that gun call. If he has warrants, that Milton can take him on those warrants.
And also, when you're doing a lift like this, you got to take into consideration you have power lines, you have light poles, all that stuff in the way. So the crane operator takes all that in consideration when he does his work. So he figures his best staging point that he can use, and he goes from there. So based on what he can do, he probably could have did that in one lift, though, to be honest with you. He could have lifted, yeah, he definitely could have did that in one lift. And maybe it's the weight capacity too, though, because the longer your reach is, the more you can't lift as much as you want to. So he probably didn't want to extend the boom over that far. But that's about another 50 to 60 feet he got to reach over. And that might have been the issue. If he extended, well, he could do the backlift too. If you do the backlift, you have the most weight capacity because the engine is utilizing as like your counterbalance. But nevertheless, they got it up there, and I'm gonna head up out of here. Just gonna give you guys a little bit more footage. All the blocks are back in there. Get all that stuff up in there. He's doing a good job. Like when you do that, you gotta have gloves on. I always put gloves on when I do that, because at the end of the day, you're gonna have a couple of splinters in your hand. And these ones don't have the straps on that you can pick up with the straps. These ones you gotta pick up by hand. But they got it up in there. So I'm gonna head up out of here, head off to my, look at some cinder blocks over there. I don't know whose cinder blocks those are, but alright.
That the victim's not answering.
Got a pallet of cinder blocks just sitting there. Not too sure who, what, and why, but it's there. Alright. Gonna give you a picture of how this building is gonna look when they're done. This is just how it's gonna look right here. I think it's gonna be like, more or less it's gonna be condos. Everything around here is condos nowadays, so let's see what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a mixture, I guess. You got enclosed parking spaces. You got residential units. You got studios. You got 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms. And it's gonna be a 4-story building. So it kind of settles it up in a nutshell. Anything else you need to know? It's all right there.
When we got to start with Milton. Yeah, Gundog wasn't.
All right, not too bad.
Stand by. Do have a gun dog working that can assist the Victor K-17 down with Milton on that traffic stop?
Dedham Savings Bank. You can't see their phone number at the end. Let me move that the way so you can see their phone number in case you want to give them a
Do
call.
have a gun dog monitoring that can assist the Victor K-17 Milton?
Yeah, Tango 952, the only gun dog we have right now, it's on an assignment in A1.
You might as well call Transit or State.
Victor K-17, copy?
We have it.
Alright guys, so till next time, Nez Porter. I'll catch you on the next one.